So you want to start a YouTube channel for your business, but you have so many questions. I know that this is coming up for a lot of business owners lately, and I get it because obviously I felt the same way about a year ago, which is why my channel exists. But you have different thoughts and questions than you did when you maybe started your Instagram page or your Facebook page or maybe even your Facebook group. As a creator and a business owner, YouTube just feels different than social media, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that, even TikTok. And I think so much of that is due to the fact that there are so many creators on YouTube that are essentially putting on a professional TV show. And that can be really intimidating as a new creator, right? I mean, honestly, I've been doing this for over a year now, and it still could be intimidating for me if it weren't for the fact that I realize that my goal is different than their goal. So track with me for a minute here. Granted, most people who are on YouTube at some point or in some level are thinking about monetization. How am I going to earn income from this platform that I am spending so much time, energy, and in some cases, money to create for, right? You can go on Instagram and just grab your phone, do a little flip screen, and do a quick reel and not worry about whether or not the quality feels good enough, right? And you can absolutely do that on YouTube as well, but I feel like most of us don't feel that way. I know I didn't. When I decided to do May's course on starting a YouTube channel, I did go to some of you guys and ask you, hey, like, what questions do you have about starting a YouTube channel? So I'm going to be answering those questions here. And if you are wanting to start a YouTube channel and this gets you really inspired and excited about it, then I highly recommend that you go and start a free trial of my Tech Savvy Academy membership so that you can take the full course and get started with your channel. Okay, so let's see. Question number 1. How do I capture and keep the attention of viewers? This is a great question. So capturing their attention comes in a couple of different ways. It's going to come with what the cover of your video looks like. So your thumbnail, your title, those need to be things that very clearly explain, but without being overly wordy, what this video is going to be about. Grab their attention, draw them in. Think about for yourself when you're a viewer, what kinds of things are you most attracted to? What draws you in? There may be certain creators that you literally watch everything that they do, and I'm looking at you, Hope Scope, and Sophia, because I pretty much watch all of your videos no matter what they are. But it may be that somebody has searched a particular topic and you want to make sure that they see your video and grab yours first. So making sure that it's clear what your video is going to be about and what you're going to teach them, and then that it's eye-catching for the thumbnail. But then once the video starts, it's about having some sort of hook at the beginning, okay? You want to either ask a question or say something that's going to grab their attention. Like you may have noticed at the beginning of this video, I started it with, so you want to start a YouTube channel, right? So if you had searched for how to start a YouTube channel and you started my video and you saw me say that, okay, well now you know that this is exactly what I'm going to talk about, and that's going to grab your attention. Keeping their attention comes down to a few things. It's about being concise. It's about being clear about what it is that you're teaching or telling or imparting. And honestly, it has a lot to do, for me at least, with those chapter markers, so that if somebody is interested in what you have to say, but more interested in a different part than what you're at right now, that they can skip ahead and around, right? So giving them that kind of flexibility to watch the video in their way is going to help really keep their attention. Second question, how can I make YouTube profitable? Oh, the ways. There are so many different ways. Of course, there's always working towards monetization with YouTube, but honestly, the ad revenue that typical creators earn from YouTube isn't really that significant. You're going to have to be kind of at a certain level with a certain number of subscribers before that revenue is really going to make much of an impact. But there are plenty of ways, especially as a business owner, that you can make YouTube profitable. Using affiliate links is a great way when you're just starting out. As you're starting to build visibility and build credibility in that community, you can point people towards links that you are affiliated with so that you earn a small commission. Just make sure that you always have a disclaimer in your description so that people know that if they do click that link, you may or may not earn a commission off of it. But also, this is a lead generation platform, right? This is a place where, as a business owner, you are trying to capture people's attention and get them over to your email list, where ultimately you might be able to sell your services or products to them. And it's important to remember that that is profitability from YouTube just as much as ad revenue, okay? In fact, could be even more so. I am not yet monetized on my channel, yet I have members in my membership who found me from YouTube. So keeping track of where your leads are coming from is really going to help you see whether or not YouTube has become profitable for you. Okay, next question. How can it elevate my business? Honestly, I feel like YouTube is one of those platforms where I don't have to conform to what the trends are in social media. There are, of course, trends here on YouTube as well, but I don't feel like I have to buy into them in the same way as I do to get any visibility on Instagram or Facebook or things like that. YouTube is a place where I can really start to increase visibility without doing, cheap or tacky things that don't feel aligned with me or organic to me, just to get attention or to get the algorithm to work in my favor. On YouTube, because it is a search engine first, if I am posting content that people are interested in and are searching for, I am findable, even if it's content from 6 months, a year ago, right? That's just not how the other socials work. And so in that way, I feel like YouTube can really help to elevate your business and definitely your visibility in a way that other platforms just can't. Okay, the next question is, how do I stay consistent? And I love this question because this is something that for years I struggled with consistency in especially content creation in my business. Started out with email marketing where I tried to email regularly, but I didn't have anything to say and I couldn't come up with anything and I would feel stressed out and I would the time would go by and then weeks and then months and I hadn't sent anything. Same thing with blogging and things like that. And I was determined not to let that happen because I know that with YouTube, consistency is everything. It doesn't matter necessarily the frequency as long as you're consistent. So I would say the best ways to stay consistent are A, have a plan, have a strategy going into it. Don't just try to go in and wing it and think that you're going to always come up with brilliant ideas, okay? You will have many brilliant ideas, but you can't count on that inspiration. You have to plan. Second thing would be to be realistic with yourself about what frequency of posting you can stick with, okay? Keep in mind what types of videos you're filming, what effort goes into them. Are they more talking head videos like this, or are they going to require a lot of editing? These are all things that you really need to think about and be realistic with yourself about how many videos you can put out in a month. And then the last thing I would say about it is just making sure that when you get started, give yourself a little buffer. Don't start actually posting your videos on YouTube until you have, I would say, like a month or two already in the can, already prepared. So if you're going to be posting videos every single week, let's say you're going to do a long form video every single week, have like 4 to 8 videos literally recorded, edited, ready to go, so that when you start, if you find that it's hard for you to keep up that pace, you have enough content ready to go that it gives you a little bit of breathing room and space there so that you can maintain your consistency on the platform even when you're struggling to build that habit. And then the last question is, should I start with YouTube Shorts? That totally depends. It's completely subjective. If you are familiar with doing Reels and TikToks and things like that now, It might be helpful for you to start with shorts because you're already used to and in the habit of creating that similar content. So it may be helpful for you to do that, but it's absolutely not a necessity. In fact, I don't even think I did shorts for the first quite a few months, or maybe I did I took a piece of a long form video and made it a short. It really just depends on you and what kind of content you're putting out. If what you want to say in a video can be said in 60 seconds or less without feeling rushed, then sure, go ahead and do shorts. But if you're trying to teach something or do a tutorial or something like that, I don't know that shorts would be the best idea. So it really depends on what your content is and what your goal is with your channel. These were awesome questions, and I hope my answers help and get you a little bit inspired. If you are starting to think okay, maybe I can actually try this, maybe I can give YouTube a chance, then seriously, leave me a comment or click the link in my description. Come on over to the Tech Savvy Academy membership and start a free trial. You have an entire week with full access in the membership that you can check things out, including the Starting a YouTube Channel for Your Business course, where I'm going to go deeper into all this kind of stuff and help you get started so that you can start your channel and get videos posted within 90 days. The online tools for your business do not need to be complicated or overwhelming. It's time to let it be easy.